Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy THA, the Son Assassin. Yes, good afternoon, good evening. And also, shout out Brandocious with the confidence ball. This mug gone. It went quick, but yeah, this mug is fire too, by the way. And what I'm about to show you right now is some highlights and some clips from my interview with First Amendment Podcast. Shout out First Amendment Podcast, and you can catch me on there again tomorrow, which is June 28th. So enjoy. Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's
So
funny.
I'm gonna bring on my guest, man. He goes by many names, many names. I'm gonna call him by. I'm not gonna call him by his government, Charles, right? But I'm just gonna say Hassan the Assassin is here. What's good, my guy?
What's up, man?
Man, I'm good,
Oh, the
Hassan.
Asana assassin, bro.
Man, Hassan the Assassin. And I'm gonna tell you why, because this dude literally, when he gets on stage, he murders it. What I mean by murder, there's very few people who I can honestly say, and I hate rap. There's
Oh, dang.
very few people who I will follow to this day. I can't stand today's rap because they say six words and all of a sudden they a hit, and those words are unintelligent, don't make sense, and sound like they got a mouthful of shit.
Mm,
But
Mumble. They call it mumble rapping.
mumble rap, yeah.
mumble rapping, is that what it's called?
It's called
Yeah.
mumble rapping. As long as
I
it's over a
call
good beat and there's auto tune, that's all that matters.
so I call it full of shit. Come full of shit. But I
The
got
words
my
are
guy.
interchangeable.
Yes. So I got
Mhm.
my guy Hassan the Assassin right here. Let me put this picture up. One of my favorite pictures right here.
Hey, appreciate that.
One
I'm
of my
actually
favorite
right now on
pictures.
my computer trying to repost it for everybody to check out right now.
I'm gonna put it on the show. Everybody's gonna see it. Over 3,000 people are gonna view this show tonight. Well, in the next week or so. But tell everybody a little bit about yourself, where you come from, where you from, the city, all of that. While I go ahead and put this long list of your links, IG pages, Twitter accounts, Facebook pages, SoundCloud. He's everywhere. So go
I
ahead.
believe
Before
Yeah.
I say anything, I'm gonna let you go on and go ahead and talk.
Oh, appreciate it, man. And how you doing, BC? You know what I'm saying?
hello.
Yeah. I can say, man, that was a dope intro, by the way. I ain't never heard that actually, broadcast. So I thought that was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you,
But
thank you. We try on this show
He
the
is
First
very
Amendment.
extra.
Yes, the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast with the stick and the pole twirlers. Go ahead.
yeah. Well, I go by Dosa THA, the Asana Assassin. Uh, been rapping for a while, you know what I'm saying? And I've been doing music for some years now. And I done traveled. I done shows just about everywhere in Kansas City. And now I started my own music publishing to help other artists that needs help with, promo and, help with features and just getting their music across, certain platforms and everything. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So again, we got this long list of places and where you can find him at, all his links and situation on the SoundCloud, the Twitter. No, I'm not gonna read it all off for the simple fact you can always go back and rewind this damn show if you want to catch all the links and stuff below. But I guarantee if you can Google it, go on Facebook and put Dose the or Hassan the Assassin, he's gonna pop up. I promise you. I promise you.
Facts. I ain't gonna lie. Just Google hashtag Dosa THA and yep, you'll find something about me.
You're gonna find something about he is. I mean, literally, the man is not just a musical genius, and I don't say that lightly though. But
Oh wow, thank you. I ain't heard that one.
he knows his craft. So, and I'm gonna say it like this: for all you rappers out here, young, old, 59 years old, just because you hear a beat and throw a few words to it, don't make you a rapper.
Nope.
Not
If you
Got to put
don't
something into it.
if you don't know what BPMs are, do not call yourself a rapper. That's called beats per measure. If you say you're gonna spit a hot 16, please tell me what the 16 means.
Hey.
If you can't count the hot 16, which are bars, which is beats per measures, sit your ass down.
You just hurt somebody's feelings.
I hurt a lot of damn
someone's
feelings.
Gonna go cry in the car.
Yes, I'm gonna hurt some feelings today.
Hopefully make them better.
I'm gonna tell you the reason why. The truth, yes, and I'm gonna tell you why the truth hurts. You got all these cats that be on stage, be at the firelight, talking about I'm about to go do this show, and they can't rap. Number one, they can't spell. They can't pull up their damn pants. They can't rap to save their damn lives. Like you said, this mumble rapping shit is not rapping. If you cannot formulate sentences, exclamation points, and things of those natures, you are not a rapper. If you cannot get in the studio and at anywhere point in the song stop and pick it back up and know where your count is along the way, you're not rapping. Because when you get into a real studio with real engineers, not Boom Quisha's basement, and her brother done stole half the equipment off the damn truck, and he don't even know how to work it because he's on YouTube still Googling the shit. You know,
I thought you would stop making fun of. I mean, what they do with their PPP and STEMI money is up to them. Like, why are you?
Because they done take the PPP money, they spent thousands of dollars on studio equipment. You can't hook up don't know a power cord from an Ethernet cord,
or their lights are off,
and their lights is off.
That's when they pay. That's when they call my engineer, and he set it up for them.
Right. I am not. I am too fat to be climbing up the pole to be trying to jerry rig your lights and stuff because PPP done shut you off. That's just all I'm gonna say. But again, the reason why this dude is so talented because he knows his craft. That's what sets him apart. That's why he's been able to be on multiple stages in different arenas and different levels and stuff. And not only is he smart enough to be on stage and to make something out of nothing, now he's on the business end of it, which makes him 10 times even more dangerous because now not only does he have the experience and the clout, he's taking that knowledge and he's monetizing it and he's helping others to become better than what they are than a cell phone rapper.
What is he drinking though?
I need to know that
right
too.
Here?
I was saying the same thing.
You know, just a little wine. Just a little, wine and dine, just chilling.
I got some wine, girl, but let me go get hold on. I got the damn wine. Hold on.
Everybody getting the wine now?
Yep. I got my
Nice. Let me grab mine real quick. I'll be right back.
Right, because BC has a whole liquor store in her house. How does everybody leave the whole damn show to go get lit? That is a damn shame. Not only did she get a fish, she got a gallon of Hennessy.
It is not a gallon.
That is a gallon of Hennessy.
A gallon.
Hey, Henny to win it.
No,
it's possible.
It is not Henny.
I don't know what that is.
Hey.
All I'm saying is y'all are some alcoholics and y'all need AA.
Oh no, I'm just drinking a little wine. I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? You know, got a little bit of that Gallo family. You know what I'm saying?
Gallo family.
Funny story how I started drinking that. Artist I'm helping that's actually supposed to have a little studio session with me in the next hour. He pulled up and he needed help with some of his music registrations and stuff. And so he pulled up with this. And this has been like one of my favorite wines since.
No, Stella Rosa. Stella Rosa has a honey. It is honey peach, not the regular peach, the honey peach. That is beautiful. It mixes so well with white grape Ciroc. The blueberry mixes so well with 1800 silver. Yeah.
Not the 1800.
1800, yes.
Okay.
Listen, we have a segment on the show called Alcoholics Anonymous. That is not that session right now. I'm going to need y'all to get off the alcohol until it is that session right now. We are talking about this man and his ability to make great music, and now he's on the business end. So tell us, what got you into the business end of the music industry as far as the publishing and helping people get their stuff copywritten. Explain what that is to these people that don't know how to Google or use Siri.
Yeah, to be honest with you, like I always thought I was a cool rapper, but I didn't think I was as talented as a lot of people around me. But a lot of people kind of like what you said is like, what kind of separate me from everybody was like, he always on his grind, he's always pushing, he got his music somewhere. And there be people that tell me all the time my music ain't really all that, but it's just like but they always hear it somewhere. They always tell me like, bro, I just heard you over here, or I just heard you right here, and someone told me about you here, and it's just like I ain't gonna lie, since I started doing like directing my own videos and stuff with the help of some of my peoples and stuff like that, once I started traveling with my team and started shooting videos, I started learning more of myself. And like when I started shooting my music video and stuff, some of my friends even hit me up and they were like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really like this song, but the visuals you put to this mug, I like the song now because now you got a visual to what you be rapping about. You know what I'm saying? And I understand what some of the stuff you be saying all the time, but at the same time, it'd be some stuff where I'd be like, okay, it's just some regular stuff. But then now you put a visual to it, and it's like, dang, now it fits the image of what you're rapping. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really start doing music videos until like a couple of years ago because I've been going back and forth with videographers for so long, but now I'm doing my own thing.
That's how music used to be. I mean, I'm not old, but in this case, a long time ago.
No, not at all. Not at all.
A long time ago, the songs used to tell a story. And then when the music progressed, it got to the point to where the song still told a story, but not everybody could relate to some of the things that they were saying. So that's where the video comes in, because a lot of times you may not necessarily remember the name of the song, but you remember parts of the video.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Michael Jackson song, and there's just certain things, and so videos help. Like, hey, did you see this? And plus, everybody anymore, they may be listening, but they're watching videos and stuff, and so that's the way it's got to be. So, kudos to you for taking over a couple different aspects of it.
Hey, thank you
for having the mindset to understand. I should say, because a lot of people don't get. That's the goal. You get into it, you work it, you work your craft, and then you branch out within what it is that you love, and you're just multifaceted. That's the important part. You got to be more than a one-trick pony.
Straight up. And then another thing that's cool about it too is just like I said, I ain't gonna lie, like I just noticed this the last couple of weeks, honestly, like some of the places I've been going lately and stuff. Maybe this past couple of months. But I know some places I go, someone might run into me and I might know them already and stuff like that. But we don't ever really talk about music. Sometimes I'm just really cool with a lot of people, and that's what a lot of people really know me by in the city. They kind of know me more as that either the promoter or the go-getter or the YouTuber or the actor. And, they know I do my music thing and stuff like that, but they know me more for those type of, things I do and everything like that. But when they see me, like, it was just so funny when I went to the K Camp concert that they had down there at the Union Station like a month and a half ago or so.
Yep.
And it was like running into my homies, and I'm with my lady and everything like that. They all run into it. They're like, hey, what's up, man? Hey, that Wet Wet track, bro. That Wet Wet track. And that's like my newest song right now. And that was my newest music video.
So,
yeah.
I'm so glad we're talking about the Wet Wet track. Right? Yes, BC.
It's pretty awesome, wasn't it?
It's very, very good. So
it was a pretty dope visual, wasn't it?
Let me tell you, it's the reason why I wanted you to talk about that. So I have some ladies in my life called The Crew, right?
Okay.
These are two light-skinned women and one dark chocolate filly, right? BC is 1/3 of it. But I got Nikita and I got Bridget on. So I'm going to bring them. This is The Crew. This is what you call a reverse Oreo cookie situation.
How you doing?
Right?
Good.
All of them is nasty in their own right. Right? So I'm glad they came on. Explain to them the wet situation.
Oh, the song Wet Wet. Okay, it kind of speaks for itself. But the thing is, though, when you see the video and, making a clean version to what I'm saying and everything like that, it's a pretty cool vacation song that caters to the women. You know what I'm saying? If you heard the song.
I'm just saying it is very, very elusive, is what I'm going to say about that song, the wet situation here. It's a very good thing.
Got me in the situation.
Yeah, it will get a whole lot of people in the situation for this situation for the wet song. I encourage everybody to go listen to the wet situation. It will change all your life. You too can become a pole twirler. That's all I'm saying. Everybody, pole
He ain't gonna
twirler.
get off of you about that, is he?
I mean, I do have 5 children somehow, but I'm an angel. So like my virgin ears, I don't even know I don't know what he's talking about.
Amen. I don't know what you're talking about either now.
I'm gonna need y'all to stop playing.
Right, all y'all got kids and y'all talking about y'all angels and stuff. Y'all ain't no damn angels.
I don't know
That's
them
just,
people. I don't know any of them.
them is your minions. That's all I'm saying. All right, so we're going to get into the heart of the show real quick. I got a couple of subjects we're going to talk about. But first, I got to pay some bills real quick. So you are tuned into the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast, where we are here every other Tuesday talking about the things that don't nobody else want to talk about. Ain't no subject taboo. Don't give a shit if you don't like what we say. Fuck you. Move on. But we're going to talk what we want to talk. That's just all I'm saying. You can also reach me at YouTube at Dominique McKinney. I'm always there. I'm also on the Snapchat at Dominique29. If you like this show, want to be a blessing to the show, anything that we do, please see us at Nico42. That's $sign Nico42. Excuse me, sir. You're interrupting the program.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you could hear me. My bad. I didn't know you could hear me.
We can hear you.
I'm sorry.
Thank
My
you.
fault.
If you also want to see me on the Talk of the Ticks, because I do TikTok as well, see me at Dominique41. I'm also on IG at Dominique29. If you want to see my co-host, the lovely BC Brenda Castleberry, aka Poe Twirler, aka Mr. Earl and Quifa, you can see her on IG at Brenda Castleberry or Ignitic Scorp. I can't say the damn word. And also, the crew is here, which is Bridget and my homegirl Keita Boo, who just if you're single, they gonna find you and have conversations with you. It's Christmas is coming up and they need presents. That's just all I'm saying. They just need presents. All right, so we done paying some bills right now. And all my man's links is right down here. I'm going to leave this up and running down at the bottom of the show. I'm also going to post it after this show, all of his links and so some of his tracks on his new albums. I will be posting it at the after party after this. You can check him out. I'm telling you, this is Hassan the Assassin, one of the dopest, underrated artists in the business. Locally known, internationally loved. That's just all I'm going to say. All right, so we got to talk about a couple things. We know a couple of y'all have children, and Bridget is a teacher. Nikita takes care of Denise. So what do y'all think about the babies going back to school? Don't all speak once.
As long as they do it safely. As long as they do it safely. It's just with the COVID and stuff going on, it's like it's still an unknown. I would prefer the kids be at home, but I know how psychologically that's affecting them, how with their schoolwork and everything like that. So I'd say, because I really don't want my niece to go back to school, but as long as they do everything that they can to keep things clean and keep the kids from getting sick, they don't have to do what they have to do. I just have to trust in God. But like I said, I just want the best for the kids, but I also don't want to see them get sick. So, it's just trying to find a balance of not worrying too much when they go to school. But I'm down. As long as I can keep the babies okay, I'm down for it.
All right, go ahead, Bridget, because you're a school teacher, and I know you have a close personal thing with this, going with the schools and stuff. Tell us how you feel about the babies going back to school.
Well, I mean, as long as we wear the mask and, we do all the safety precautions, I got my vaccine, and Dominique, I know how you feel about the vaccine and all of that. Okay. But I got the vaccine, and so Dominique ain't said nothing, and he got me on the show, and he know I got the vid.
I do too.
I got COVID right now, literally.
Oh, wow.
No, for real.
Oh, wow.
I'm in quarantine as we speak. I'm not even out of quarantine till Thursday.
Sorry to hear that.
School starts back. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna be out till like Monday, till Monday. They was like, no, go to work. I was like, oh, okay, go to work. So yeah, I'm gonna, have my mask. I've been around people, but I always wear my mask. I always do the hand sanitizer. Like all my friends was like, Bridget, out of all of us, you're the one, really takes the precautions. And I mean, that's just where we live right now. This is just the world right now. So we just got to make sure if we, as teachers or whatever, just make sure that the kids are doing what they're supposed to try to keep them safe. I mean, that's it, and that's all. Everybody wants to say that, we shouldn't wear a mask and we shouldn't, I don't want to hear that. That's the only thing that I see that's keeping everybody safe because I mean, I've been around people, but I had my mask on and I didn't pass it. And everybody always asks this one question. They say, how'd you get it? What? How, when
What?
and how? I can't even answer that question. I just, what is this we
That's
want?
wild.
What is this?
Well,
She
this is the wet
Oh,
video that I decided to pull up while
yeah.
y'all
Oh,
was talking.
but we
I was gonna
talking
say
about
before.
kids.
Yeah, I
We
was
Right,
gonna say
we
talking
before
about
talking
you
about
get
the
kids.
into that.
kids.
Wait,
Sorry,
wait.
we'll get into that later. All
Yeah, I was
right.
gonna say before you got into that, I had something relatable to what's going on and stuff because my oldest daughter, she was doing summer school, and they had to end up ending summer school early. I want to say they ended it like maybe the first week, maybe or so. It happened so quick, but they ended it early because someone tested positive for COVID. So everybody had to self quarantine for like 2 weeks and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, so it was kind of bad. I mean, she didn't test positive or anything like that and everything, but and I feel for you about testing positive for COVID because, man, I know some friends that had it, but luckily they caught it at such an early phase or they didn't really catch no symptoms like that. It's just that, the fact that they're having free COVID tests out there. A lot of people, some of my friends just like, let me just try it out. I got 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, yeah, bro, I got it. I can't get out this weekend. Good luck at the show.
Right.
And I'm just like, okay, well, dang. Yeah. So,
That's why I was just doing comments. I thought I was going to be in the background today. I was just going to,
nah.
you know,
No, I ain't gonna lie. It's so common now, out there. Matter of fact, watching I don't know if y'all watch any type of combat sports, but UFC, they had a fight night over the weekend and there was like at least 2 fight cards that had to get scratched off because 2 of the opponents test positive for COVID. It's just a time we living in these days now.
Right. Yeah, they actually had secured a whole island somewhere in the Bahamas
Abu
one
Dhabi.
time. Yeah, but yeah, Abu Dhabi, they secured a whole island to do their fights and stuff just due to the COVID restrictions and stuff. So, BC, we know you got minions and stuff running around too. So, how do you feel about the COVID situation and the babies going back to school?
Let me first start with my disclaimer. I love my children to death. I have 5 of them, love them to death. I cannot stand them though. I am an them kid, right? I have a daughter who is getting ready to go down to college next week. I can't say the school she's going to. They're very heavy on masks. Even when we went down for freshman orientation, Memorial Day weekend, I stocked up on lots of Arkansas State masks. Thankfully, the building she's going to be in one building. They have a lot of precautions. My children, I'm in Kansas, so my children went back for the last quarter of the school year. So 6 weeks they were in. Mine went to summer school, the entire summer school. They had already mandated masks for the start of this school year before these last couple weeks took place. I am okay with it because I have children that virtual learning was not for them. It was not for me. It was not for them. It does a lot more psychological damage than I think a lot of people think about. Unfortunately, it is part of everybody's daily everything now. It's everywhere. As parents, of course, we want our children to be safe, but putting fear in their hearts that everywhere they turn around, that part of the problem was the media. The media put it out there and scared the crap out of people with, and at the end of the day, yes, people died. A lot of people got it, but there were a lot more people that got it and recovered just fine than people that died. And so those scare tactics have now kind of come back to bite everybody in the ass because, again, COVID is not a death sentence. It can be for some, don't get me wrong. It is not a death sentence for everybody. A lot of people had it back when they said it was an upper respiratory or a bad cold, made it just fine. It's not the end of the world. Take precautions. As far as the vaccines, again, they messed up with that because they had people having a false sense of, oh, if you get it, you can walk around all willy-nilly. And that's part of the problem, is that a lot of people that had the vaccine, that got both doses or whatever, were walking around thinking, hey, I've got it, I'm good. And come to find out, y'all can pass it just as easily as people who don't have it. And so the mask mandate should never have been dropped, in my opinion, but we'll get to that. I'm sure he's going to talk about that in a little bit, because that's part of what the problem is now, is you had a lot of people that got vaccinated and they went off based off of what everybody said, for them to be like, hold up, psych, we was just kidding.
So
I feel you on that.
So I always reserve my opinion for the last. As far as the babies going back to school, I personally don't have kids, but I also feel like nobody can protect my children or my loved ones better than me. And I have a false sense they're not going to do what's necessary because of the amount of children that are there. You cannot protect everybody the same. And with having so many kids in the school, there's going to be a lack. There's going to be human error falls into play. At first they said COVID-19, the children could not get sick. It was mainly in adults and older people. Now with this variant that's out, children are getting sick. I know I myself have lost some people very close to me in this whole pandemic, and it's not nothing to play with. Now, I cannot stand the vaccine. I don't like it. That's a subject for a whole nother day we'll talk about. I will say this much though. I agree with what BC said, was the narrative that was created for the vaccine was that you take the vaccine, then you're fine. That you can't catch COVID no more, or excuse my French, it lessens your risk. But people with the vaccine are still catching COVID, which leads me into my next topic we're going to talk about. They have reinstated the mask mandate in Kansas City, Missouri. I'm going to go ahead and state my point now. I don't think it should have never been lifted. People should have still been wearing their masks. People's been out to Vegas and all these concerts and stuff, and they was just like, hey, guess what? You don't have to wear your mask no more. And the only reason why they lifted the mask mandate was because they had changed the narrative of the vaccine. Plus, they wanted to get some money from these concerts and all these venues and people claiming that they broke. Not to include that they went through the whole PPP and stole all that goddamn money, and all of a sudden everybody broke yet again. But whole other subject for another day. I think I personally still wear my mask. I think everybody should have never stopped wearing masks. So, how do y'all feel about them reinstating the mask mandate? Do you think it should have been sooner? Do you think that they're full of shit? Give me your thoughts and opinions about them reinstating the mask mandate.
I'm gonna go first. I think they should have never taken it away, because it's still something that we're learning. Like when you get COVID, a lot of people will get past it. Some people, unfortunately, may pass away, but what they don't talk about is some people are dealing with long-term effects. I got the vaccine because I have other health conditions. So I would hate to get COVID and I get over it, but it exacerbate my other health conditions. I don't want to take that risk. There's no guarantee in life but God. You know what I'm saying? So I took it just to lessen that risk. But I also keep my mask on because I don't want to be sick. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be out here having fun. I can't be in the hospital. Right. At the end of the day, if best thing that we know is this is something that's coming, it's coming. Cover your face. Covering your face is lessening your chance of you getting it. That's simple. But it's gotten so politicized that people are like, oh, it's against my freedom. I'm like, Negro, do you want to die? Like, do you want to get sick? Cover your face. Do what you got to do. And I get that people have health issues, and sometimes the mask interferes with that. But I think it's something simple. We're still learning about this. We're still learning about this disease. Main thing we can say is cover your face to help you and others. But it's been so politicized that they take it on, they take it off. And it's just like people were dying while you Negroes are still trying to figure this shit out.
Straight up.
I've never taken it off because I'm like, while y'all still figuring it out, I know this is working so far. So that's how I feel about it. I'm gonna keep my mask on. Like I tell everybody else, I'm too cute to be in somebody's hospital.
Right, right. I'm too handsome, and you can't touch the nurses in the
Yeah.
hospital either. So
What
yeah, I can't play with the nurse. I can't play with the doctors, and I can't breathe. You know, like. But no, I think they should have never taken away, and I hate that it's politicized.
what
all
I
right,
can say, because I do another podcast, and so I have a gentleman who likes to troll. That is literally, this man wakes up and finds a way to troll people. So I can't say I've read a lot. I've spoke my stance on it. I'm not, to each their own. I'm gonna say do whatever it is you feel you need to do for you and yours. Don't make somebody else feel less than or whatever for whatever they decide. That's on them. I can't say this new version. Part of the problem is, again, the vax people didn't have masks on. The problem I read is that the vaccine, of course, it goes into your arm, it goes into your muscle, it's in your bloodstream. The new variant is hanging out in your nose. The problem is that the vaccine that they pushed was not made for the mucus and stuff in your nose. So obviously, if you're not wearing a mask or if you're halfway wearing it, the stuff goes up in your nose, it hangs out around in your nose, it's coming in, coming out. Massachusetts is a perfect example. 75% of the people that were infected in the Massachusetts little outbreak were all vaccinated, fully vaccinated. But people, again, the mandate should have never been lifted. Hand sanitizer, social distancing, all that. Just common sense. Just common sense. It's a vaccine. I don't care what it is never guaranteed. Period. Again, this vaccine is not the same as old school vaccines. It's not even made the same way. It's not made with the same stuff. So you can't base this vaccine off of what they did with measles and mumps and everything else because it's not the same. This is uncharted waters. I just don't like the fact that the CDC came out and said what they said, and now they're trying to scramble and come together for a press conference because now they got to backtrack on what they said. Because again, a lot of people only go off of what one media source or something says, and now y'all are looking like, yeah, we said this, but you see what had happened was. That's how I feel about the government right now. They're very see what had happened was.
right. What you think, Bridget?
Um, like I said, I was wearing my mask. Like I wear that thing everywhere. Okay, it doesn't mean that I wasn't gonna get it. Like I was prepared to. You know, first off, I've never actually gotten the flu shot. I didn't believe in it, but when they said this year this is the best way to keep us safe, I went and got my flu shot. When they said, "Hey, you need to try to get this, vaccine, it's to keep you safe," I'm like, "Cool, I'm gonna go and get that to keep me safe." They said, "Hey, you gonna do hand sanitizer." I wore hand sanitizer so much, I wear my mask. If you look at my mask, my face turns red from here down. Okay, because I'm sweating and I'm hot. If I do all that and I still got COVID, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't to keep from me getting it. Really, it was trying to keep other people safe, and that's what I did. Like the people that I was around, they didn't get it. Okay. I don't know when I got it or how I got it or whatever, but it's just to make sure that I keep, the
You
people.
got it from the lizard.
The lizard.
Shut
She
up,
got
Josh.
it from the
Do
lizard.
I get it? There was like 100 lizards. See, he ain't telling the whole story. He always
So
something.
Bridget had
Like,
the
is this from
opportunity.
Geico?
Yeah,
Which
it was
lizard?
a Geico lizard. So
No,
Oh,
she went down to Florida because some company she worked with was doing a photo shoot with her. She video chats with me
Mercy.
about
It
a
was
lizard. Her and this lizard had this conversation for about 32 minutes. I think maybe might have been the first time she saw the Geico lizard and got starstruck.
oh
All of a
wow.
sudden, she come back, call me. I got COVID. It was the lizard.
it
You're
was
supposed to
not the
kiss a
lizard.
frog, not a lizard. It's a
Right.
frog in the story.
And
It's not a
let me get
lizard.
this right. Like, okay, whatever. Back to what I was saying, because he tried to get off topic. They should have never lifted the mandate for the mask. If the mask and the hand sanitizer and social distancing and getting the vaccine or whatever they asked us to do, when you look at China, it's right. When you looked at the people from China, when I looked at articles and everything, they all was masked up. Okay, you couldn't see. All you could see was their eyes from. You know what I'm saying? They faces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if they knew that was what it was to keep them safe, why we can't follow suit?
Well, you know, and what's crazy is those overseas countries, a lot of them are still locked down.
Right?
The
They not
Philippines is locked
even.
down. You
They
can't
not
even
even
travel
trying
over
to
there.
let us in.
Right. You can't do it because a lot of my coworkers are from the Philippines, and they lock down like rats in a cage. So, all right. So we gonna
Oh,
change.
I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say,
Go ahead. Give us your opinion about the mask mandate, and we're gonna go to my next favorite subject: coworkers.
yeah, I was gonna say on the mandate mask. I feel like I think everybody's gonna agree on this one. I don't think they should, took it off in the first place. Like it calmed down in certain states and in certain cities. That's cool and stuff. Like it dropped by a good decrease, but I didn't see anything say zero. I didn't see you say 100%. Everything's all good, and the fact that they lifted it up, I understand. Like which like you said earlier, like the whole business thing. People need to open up. People need jobs and all that stuff, but at the same time, it's gonna risk people's health, like it just did with some people in some cities and some states. And now we gotta go. I ain't gonna lie. I was talking to this because I do camera work for my boys' podcast, behind the scenes for Neander Talk podcast, and I was talking to our guests up there, and they said that they were gonna do that mandate Monday to have people wear the mask on, right? That Sunday when we filmed and stuff, we was all talking about just like, man, this might be the last time we can go out, kick it, and not worry about anything because it might, worst case scenario, it might go back down to a lockdown again. I'm hoping that don't happen or nothing like that. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but who knows? That might have been the last time we might not have the mask mandate for a while.
I'm hoping for the lockdown. I can't even lie. I don't even like people as it is. I'm straight hoping for a lockdown. I can order stuff. That means ain't nobody got to come to my house and use my washing machine and dryer. Hell yeah,
Oh
stay
dang!
your asses away from me. All right,
And
so we gonna move on to the next subject because I got to keep the time in hand. If you hear me ring the bell, that means you're talking too much. All right, so real quickly, we gonna talk about coworkers, and this has nothing to do with my coworkers here on the podcast. This is coworkers who you work at. The only reason why I came up with this is because I got some coworkers who are characters, and we have different types of coworkers. You know how you start a new job and you're in training, and then you got that one coworker that's been everywhere and done everything but don't know shit. Or you got that coworker that every time the trainer says something, they say, "So you saying?" Repeat exactly what the damn trainer said, and you be like, "Nigga, didn't you just hear what they said?" Or they say, we need somebody to volunteer to read. Everybody quiet as a church mouse. But then at the end of the train, everybody dumb as hell because they did not open their mouth and read. Or you got the coworker that's me that sitting be on their phone and forget that their microphone is muted. And you got the lady that's talking too much. And I just said, if you don't shut the hell up and you get caught, right? That was me. I
Damn.
just, yeah, we called her Thelma and Louise because she looked like she just got out of rehab. And like she smoked like 12 packs a day, drank a 6 pack of Red Stripe or something like that. And she had this real groggy voice, and she just talked too damn much. And I was playing on my phone and I was playing Candy Crush, by the way, and she was just talking. I forgot my mic wasn't muted. I was like, I wish she would just shut up. She said, "Well, thank you," and I'm like, "Oh, my bad. The dog bit my cord or something." Coworkers. So y'all please tell me if y'all have coworkers like that, or you got some situations with some coworkers that's not too coworkerish.
I'm glad I work from home because I can't hide. It's hard for me to hide the expressions on my face because I've dealt with people who you like. What the fuck? What? Like you like you said, when we work, because me and Dominique used to work in the same call center, and you have people that like take their job too seriously, and then you got people that you can't trust because it's like I can't trust you because you're gonna run back and snitch, and I may lose my job. So I'm yeah, I don't have. I'm glad. Only thing like today I had an escalated call, and I put in the group chat asking for tips. And one, I told him, I said, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to lose my job for snapping off or going off with somebody. Well, one of the coworkers took it literally like, I don't know what I'm doing. And he's typing paragraphs. And I wanted to say, you lucky I can just close this chat. Like, Negro, you taking the job. I just said I don't, but that doesn't mean I've been doing this shit over 10 years. I obviously I know what I'm doing, so I'm just glad I work from home because it's just, like you said, like I don't do well with people. So I'm just like, I can close the group chat.
She is not lying. There was a situation where Nikita was about to beat the girl up in the training class. The girl was all of 5'1", 108 pounds, wet with rocks in the pocket, and she was a vegan pescatarian, so she had no energy at all. All she ate was grass, rocks, and bread. Right?
Yeah,
and she just kept running her mouth. Yeah. It got so bad to where the trainer looked at Nikita was like, let me wrap it you outside. Come here. Nikita said,
I feel like I was there when that happened.
Look. Nikita was like, no, I'm gonna stay right here. So the trainer, she got up. She said, if you don't get your ass out here, like gave her that look like, nigga, I need to talk to you. So they outside talking, right? I'm looking at the girl. I'm like, girl, you better get your ass whooped. I hope you Ubered. Don't go to the car because I'm going to record this shit. And then I'm going to laugh straight out. You about to, that girl outweigh you by a person and a half. So that means she got a big ass foot too. Her hands look like smoked hams. She about to fuck you up. Now, before you do this, and this is, in my single heyday, I was like, before you get beat up, come holler at me. I'm going to need some before you get beat up, because that ain't going to be no good afterwards. You're going to be incapacitated. That's just all I'm saying. That's a coworker fight. I can come back though.
Yeah, that's the first and only time I've ever done that. Like, and it was funny because the trainer was like, I know how you feel. She gets on all of our nerves. But at that point, she pissed me off so bad. I was just like, if I get fired, I can find another job. But you got to get these hands. Like, and that's what I said. I'm glad I work from home. And I'm glad I didn't fight the girl because that would have been stupid. But yeah, I'm glad I work from home. But yeah, that was funny. I was just like,
all right, Dust, go ahead and give your opinion, and then I'm going to close it out with mine. I'm telling you, you better buckle your seatbelt because after I give when I give my opinion, I'm going to hurt a lot of feelings. I honestly don't give a shit because it is my show. It is our show. But go ahead.
Yeah, on some real talk, I understand where she's coming from, but to be real with you, like, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything like that or say what type of sport, but I feel like if it was football or basketball, when you hear someone talking about some mental problems, a lot of us would probably be looking a little different. Like, come on, man, you're going to have to man up on that. Or like, even if it was WNBA or if it was women's volleyball, you probably be like, come on, are you serious and stuff like that? But the fact that she's, representing our country, you know what I'm saying? And it's already hard for someone black to represent our country, a black woman represent our country. I already know it's got to be even harder, seeing that preview for King Richard and stuff that's coming out with this, the Williams sisters and stuff. I know that had to be hard for them too. So I can understand when it comes to a mental health issue, when it comes to stuff like that, definitely. So I don't see nothing wrong with her going out on that for real. But I just know if it was a different sport though, especially when people bet in gambling, whether you're a professional fighter or something like that, I think it would have been a little bit different. But people would still, sympathize with that athlete in general, including me, But yeah, I hope she gets, better. And honestly, I don't think she has anything else to prove in the Olympics. How many gold medals she got again? Like, who is she really competing with? Yeah. You even said it, BC, about, her numbers, like her score could really be higher than what they're really giving her, but they don't know how to even score that shit. So it's just like, we're just going to give her the highest that we can give her. But we really want to give her something like 20 times better than that because she's the GOAT and ain't nobody fucking with her. And that's kind of what happened with Michael Phelps, if you think about it too. Michael Phelps won everything, and he retired at an early age as well. But I'm not saying he had mental issue or something like that. But I do remember seeing him in commercials talking about stuff, what it took to get to that type of level, and that's why it's so not that many people that can do something like that in this country alone. You feel me? So
yeah.
I hope she gets better.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to give my opinion, and then we're going to close out this show. I've been waiting to talk about this all week. I personally do not like the way that Simone Biles is being portrayed in our media, in the Western media, as a representative of America. Okay, I heard and I know this was probably just for attention, but I heard somebody on an interview call her a sociopath, said that she's a disgrace to this country because he did not want to see the Russians win, although the team is still doing good. Now, real quickly, Simone Biles is a gymnast with the most world medals, 25, and most world gold medals, 19, having surpassed Vitalia Serbo with 23 world medals by winning her 24th and 25th, both gold, in the 2019 competition in Stuttgart. She's a female gymnast with the most world all-around titles, 5. She, Mrs. Biles, is the 6th woman to win an individual all-around title at both World Champions and the Olympics, and the first gymnast since Lily, I can't pronounce, some Russian chick, in 1996 has both held the title simultaneously. She's the 10th female gymnast and the first American female gymnast to win a world medal at every event, and the first female gymnast since Daniela Silvius in 1998 to win a medal on every event at a single Olympics Games and or world competition, world championship, having accomplished this feat in 2018 at the World Championships in Doha. I say this to say this much: fuck them. That's all I'm gonna say. Fuck them. That is the baddest gymnast in history. She is so good that she broke the judging scale.
That's real.
She is so good. They have created routines and named routines after her. She is all of 24. She has won more world titles than anybody in history. Even the little funny looking girl in the 80s, Mary Lou something, who they talked about for the last 20 years. Oh, she's so good. But Dominique Dawson, Gabby Douglas, and all these other people passed her a long time ago. But Simone Biles is the greatest female gymnast in history to date. Yes, there's a lot of pressure being the best. She has every right to put the GOAT on there. Nobody complained when they called Michael Jordan the GOAT, when his sneakers have caused more downfalls and more deaths than any basketball player alive. They have created a whole culture and division over his name and his sneakers, in which he could have stopped years ago, but he chose not to. Nobody said anything when Michael Phelps tried to kill himself twice in the Olympic Games because of the Olympics and the pressure. Like Bridget said, he was on some little island talking about, oh, he'll get better soon. We're going to give him a coffee in him. We're going to shove coffee up his ass. He'll be okay. Nobody said anything when the Olympic swimming team, all white people, went over there and almost caused a world war stealing candy out of a third grade store.
That ain't funny.
You damn near caused a world war because y'all punk asses thought it was okay. but it was bad. We wasn't supposed to say nothing when they talked bad about Gabby Douglas, about her hair, because they said her hair wasn't combed right. It didn't look the part. And she turned around and beat the brakes off everybody. They didn't. We were not supposed to say nothing when Dominique Dawes was kicking their ass and she wasn't built correctly because she got a fat ass. And they talked about her uniform. The same thing they said about Venus and Serena. How the hell you say Caitlyn Jenner, who's a man trying to be a woman, she is Woman of the Year over Serena? He's a man. No matter how you cut it, flip it, turk it, whatever, he still got 23 chromosomes. Just saying. You can't change them goddamn chromosomes. And for you to sit there and say that she's a sociopath and she has she is supposed to represent her country. What the fuck her country has done for her? Let's just be honest. We seen the only reason why they gave us George Floyd is because we burnt this bitch down. That's the only reason why we got Derek Chauvin with the look on his face when he got found guilty. Huh? I thought I was white. Y'all supposed to let me go. Nah, fuck no. That's the only reason why they did it, because we was going to burn this bitch. I was ready. I was going to protest from at home because I'm fat and I'm out of shape and I ain't got time to be parking 12 blocks down the street, but I'd have threw something out the goddamn window at somebody. I got a shirt that says, I wish Karen would. Anyway. But I'm so sick and tired of this. Like Bridget said, they treat us like workhorses. Like our job is to go out there and you capitalize off of this girl's stardom. She's 24 years old. What more can she accomplish? There's nothing more for her to accomplish in this sport, which is literally what our people do. When we get involved in the sport, what happens?
We dominated. Let me ask you this. Do you think she put some of that pressure on herself, though?
Of course. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. Because she had the desire to be the best. That is a lot of pressure. When you have that desire and you are the best, yes, you are putting so much pressure. But what else can she do? If she doesn't strive to be the best, they're going to say she's slacking. They're going to talk about that. So, yes, she put that pressure on herself. Yes, but what I'm thankful for out of all this narrative is that she had the mindset to say, you know what, I need help. How many people, especially people of color, like you said, our culture is known for saying, whoop first, ask questions later. Do as I say, not as I do. Right. You know, mental health is not an issue in our culture.
Don't vent, don't tell nobody.
Right. Don't nobody care. What goes on in the house stays in the house. You know
if you need help, you weak, man up, thug it out.
You know, like I said, let's just go with the whole sneaker thing. It's we have been bred to say if you don't have the right pair of shoes on at earlier ages that you are ostracized. If you don't have the right pairs of shoes, who gives a shit about what you're wearing? You're supposed to be there to learn.
Kids do. My son was in second or third grade. Yep. He loved his shoes today. He went and picked out some shoes. They weren't even like baby shoes. They were some Nikes. He loved those damn shoes. The first day of school, he came home fucking crying, like second or third grade, crying because somebody hit him with some, what are those? And they were Nikes. They were actual Nikes. They were like some $80 shoes, but they weren't Jordans. They weren't Jordans. And
it gets better. For all the naysayers that are talking shit on her, I have 2 words for you. Fuck you. Plain and simple. And if you don't like what I say, I'm a 5'7" black man with a shirt that says, I wish Karen would. Come find me. I'm not hard to find. And I got lots of girlfriends that will come holler at you. Single, stack, and double. It don't matter what you say. So we about to get out of here. I appreciate the crew for being here. The reverse double Oreo stuffed cookie crew. Miss BC, Nikita, and Bridget, and my guy Hassan the Assassin.
Hassan the Assassin.
I'm telling you that That boy is a beast, man. I'm gonna pay some bills real quickly. You can find me on the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast fan page at all times. You can also find me on YouTube at Dominic McKinney, also on Snapchat at Dominic29. If you want to be a blessing to the show, always hit me up at $Nico42. You can find me at the TikTok at Dominic41, IG at Dominic29. You can find my girl BC at Brenda Cowsbury, Facebook, IG at Enigmatic Scorp, whatever that thing says. I also have,
Enigmatic.
excuse me, I am paying some bills right now. We will talk about that later. Okay. I also have the crew here. I got Nikita. You can find her at Nikita Hightower on Facebook as well, and Bridget Gray with the crew here. And for the viewing pleasure, all my man's links and stuff is down in the description below. I need you guys to like, share, comment, subscribe. If you want to view the wet of the wet, go to this Instagram link right here, and you will find the wet, which I have found that video very, 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 very wet. In all sense of the words. Now, for future reference, when you start making it even bigger and you start touring and stuff, please don't forget about me when you need security, because you know I still beat niggas up for a living. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna come on here still. I'm still gonna be on here. I'm gonna pull up. You already know. And you know, I just want to say, shout out, you know, to everybody. You know, thank y'all for having me come on here for real. You know, I love coming on here. I love to speak knowledge, or, you know, just talk about what I got going on too, on top of what's going on with the world. I love that for real. So, you know, I'm very talkative. People be acting like it's hard to find me, where I'm really not that hard to find, you know what I'm saying, on my links. And I just wanted to also say shout out to my, you know, my sponsor, Reefer Renegades, and shout out to Gold Supply for giving me some free jewelry to wear, because they said they like my page. So.
Oh yeah, you stay on. I'm gonna hit you up. We need some more sponsors for the show. I need Gold Pay.
Hey, I know you got your sponsor game up too. You know what I'm saying? They need help with that networking game. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy.
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm gonna do something. Okay, so everybody knows that I do something crazy and retarded on my show, right? So my crazy and retardedness right now, besides offering the pole twirl of the stick, right, is since you like videography, I need an intro for the show.
Okay, I can do that. I need
an intro for this show right here. You tell me what it's gonna take for it to do it, and we're gonna debut.
You got my number. You already know. Let's set that up.
I will do that. I will hit you up tomorrow, because after this, I'm going to Burger King and go get me a sandwich, right, and be fat. Bridget, we can't hear you, Bridget. You got COVID. Can't hear you. You got COVID.
In my life, I'm gonna have to DoorDash that and leave it at my door. You know I can't go out.
We'll DoorDash.
I'll bring some Burger King over. I got you.
No, we'll DoorDash you. She got COVID.
I can say add me on Facebook, IG, just DM me. I got you.
COVID reaches through the door and stuff. No, we're gonna let her the DoorDash people. They safer, right? All right, y'all. Yo, we gonna get out of here, man. We appreciate everybody for coming out to the show. I got the reverse double Oreo stuff, the crew, Hassan, the assassin. And you know me, I'm your boy Dominic. Tisha is on vacation today, and so that's why we got the Red Vapor Maxes showing. Yeah, so thank y'all for tuning in. And as I always say, I need everybody to stay after for the after show. But as I always say on my show, peace.
Yeah.